Hi, my name is Raphael, and today I want to show you how you can use Google Forms to create a self-sign-up page for your Fabman account so that members can sign up for your space without you having to type in all their data. This is the Fabman account for our space, and I've created a new Google Forms document that will be our sign-up page. And under responses, I've linked it to a Google Sheets document that will collect all the responses. So let's start by creating our form. Of course, you could add lots of description to welcome people and explain everything to them, but we're just going to do the raw form for now. So let's say we want to have their first name, and that's required, and the last name, and that's required, and their email address, and that's required. And let's enable validation and say that has to be an email. And then let's add a question that asks them what package they would like. And that's going to be a multiple choice. And in our space, we have a starter package and a pro package. So let's add those two options and explain the costs. Let's say this is $29 a month. And we add the Pro for $79 a month. And then let's ask a question, how did they hear about our space? So you could ask any questions here, anything you're interested, anything you need for your space. They heard about us maybe via an internet search, or social media, or by a friend or family, or maybe it was the local newspaper, or let's add another option. All right, and that's not required, but the package is required. If we switch to the responses sheet, we can see that all the question titles have already been added, but there's no response yet, of course. So let's set this up for the self sign-up. If you click on extensions, Fabman Self Sign-Up, and set up this form, it's going to create a bunch of sheets with settings so you can tell the plugin how you want it to work. And once it's done, it's going to ask for an API key. Here is a link that tells you how to create an API key, but I'm going to show you right now. Let's go to our Fabman account, click on Configure, Integrations, and Create API Key. We're going to say this is Self Sign-Up via Google Forms. This is just the title, so I can remember if I go back to this in a month to why I created that API key and where it's used. And then I select on whose behalf the API requests are going to be made. And I could use my own admin account, but I've created a separate admin member in this account that's called Self Sign-Up Automation, and that's going to be useful in the future. You don't have to do this, but you'll see later why it's useful. Okay, we save. We click on Reveal to see the access token, and I'm going to copy that and just paste it into this dialog and say OK. And then the plugin is going to fetch some more data from our Fabman account, and we're ready to go. So let's continue with telling the plugin which field from our sign-up form should be put into which field in Fabman. So the first name obviously should be in first name. The last name should be in last name. The email address should go into the email address. And the package is the name of the package that we want to assign those people when they sign up. And how did you hear about this question? We're just going to ignore it. So we're just going to leave it here in this sign-up sheet. You can use it for statistics or whatever, but we don't need to have that in Fabman. But you could put it into the notes field if you want to. And once we've set up the fields, we click on package mappings. And here it has automatically populated this sheet already with the answers you gave to the package question. So we have starter and pro, and these are automatically inserted here. And now we need to tell it which Fabman package they correspond to. It's quite easy. This is the starter package. This is the pro package. And we're good to go. So let's see if this worked. I go back to the sheet, to the forms. I click on preview to open the sheet as the users would see it. And I start filling it out. So the first name is Raphael. The last name is sign up test. The email address is raphael.signup@fabman.io. And I want the starter package because I'm not sure yet how much I'm going to use your space. I heard about you from a friend who's already a member in your space. All right, let's submit that and see if it worked. If I click on the sheet and go to form responses, you see everything I've entered. And if I go to the makerspace and click on members, you see that the member was already automatically added to Fabman, including the starter package. So let's take a closer look. So we have the email address, we have the package with a note that it was assigned during self sign-up. And if you click on notes, you also have a note added via Fabman Self Sign-Up for Google Sheets. All right, so it worked, but we're not done yet. Let's say we want to add another question. We want to know their phone number maybe. And let's not make it required. But if people give us their phone number, it will be easier to stay in contact. As soon as you add that question, it's going to automatically be added to the sheet by Google, but our field mappings don't know about it yet. So we need to go to extensions, Fabman Self Sign-Up, update data from Google Forms, and that's going to update this sheet. All right, and then we can say the phone number is going to be put into the phone field. And let's say I add another package. Let's say we add the Weekend Warrior package for people who just want to come in at the weekends, and that's going to have a special price. We can set up all the permissions later. We need to add this as an option to our package question. Let's say, let's put it somewhere in the middle, $49 a month. All right. And to set this up here, we're gonna update the information from the forms since we added another option. And we're gonna also tell it to update the data from Fabman to load the new package that we created. And once that's done, we see the new Weekend Warrior option and we can map it to the Weekend Warrior package. All right, and you can always, to make sure you've configured everything correctly, you can always click on Validate Settings, and that will complain if you forgot to map a package, for example. So we go back to our sign up form. I'm gonna submit another response. You can see the new phone number question. So we have Raphael yet again. The email address is raphael.yetagain@fabman.io. And the phone number is 12345, whatever, doesn't matter. And I want a new Weekend Warrior package. And I heard from you about you via social media. Let's submit that. Okay, again, the new answer is recorded automatically, including the new phone number field. And if we go back to Fabman, you can see that the yet again member with the Weekend Warrior package was added, including the new phone number field. So that's pretty much it. There's one more thing. If someone tries to sign up to your space with an email address that already belongs to a member, then they can't be added because the email address needs to be unique per member. So in that case, the Sheets plugin is automatically send them an email that gives them a link and asks them, hey, did you want to sign up instead? Did you want to sign in instead, maybe? And gives them a link to the sign-in page. And yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions about how to use this plugin or have suggestions for improvements, just let me know in the comments. The code for the whole plugin is going to be in GitHub, so you can also submit pull requests there if you're a programmer and want to improve things. I'm going to put the link to the GitHub page in the description of this video. I hope you like it. I hope it's useful to you. You can always contact us at support@fabman.io if you have questions or issues. And thanks for watching. Bye.